Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to, this is actually our last lecture. This is the last week of lectures for semester two. Semester two actually ends on the 15th of January 2020. This is the first time in the history of my teaching that I am teaching until the end of January, which is semester two from the previous year. All right, so this is more like a consultation and a query, answering your queries and questions. The first question was regarding the YouTube. If I can remember, one of them asked me where and how do I get YouTube. This is how you go to my YouTube channel. You go to youtube.com and you search for my name. So look for, my name is Prinavan Govender. Prinavan Govender. So in the address bar or in the search bar, you look for Penultimate Govender. And in there, you click on, you look for CMIN101. So on the on the left-hand side, you'll see CMIN101. You click on CMIN101. And wow, I have 20 videos, right? So 20 videos. We started on the 25th of August. And we go on and on and on and on and on and on. All right, so if you can, that's the first question that I'm answering. The next question dealt with, they wanted me to extend the due date, which I've done. So under the online GDB, the compiler for C++ programming, the question dealt with if I could please extend the due date again, which I'm extending it for the benefit of everybody. There were 3 assignments. One was a C++ program that inputs the length and width of a room. It then checks whether 100 square meters of carpet will be enough to cover the floor of the room. 25 people have not submitted it. I submitted the program. As yet, 71 pending for evaluation. That means I haven't evaluated it. I'm going to mark though. The one on first name and last name, join the first name and last name and display the output. 70 has not submitted it. I think there was another one, there was 29 pending, 18 has not submitted. So I've extended the due date. If you look at the due date, it says it's due today. Ooh, this is 1:27 p.m. I better change this. Let's change this time. Let's make it 4:30. Right, so 4:30, and I'm not going to extend it again. Okay, I'm not going to extend it again. So let's do that. Let's look at the example, the first name and last name. That's due. Oh, it's also due today at 2:04 p.m. I think I'll leave that because most of you have done that. And the last one is also due today. Yes, great. So that was another question. You asked me to extend the due date. I've done that. Then you also asked me, how do you submit your project? Your project, you've got to submit it via Dropbox. So let me go to the Dropbox website. So if you go to the Dropbox website, and I'm going to go for file requests. And under file requests, I would like you to upload your CMIN projects. Oh, look at that. Only 5 of you have submitted the projects. Only 5 of you. That's you need to submit it ASAP. All right, so I'd like you to submit your projects. I think I should post that to the group as well. Okay, then one more question. You dealt with how would I get your mark? Your mark sits as present. Let's go to the DUT portal. So under ITSI enabler, I'll just log in. So this is CMIN101. Let's look at the class list. So under class list, actually don't want you to see the entire thing. If you notice the class list, I'll just stop sharing for a second here because I don't want you to see other people's marks as such. Let's just stop sharing. I'll come back to this in a second. Okay, let's just go back to. Right, so if you look carefully, okay, you can't see it right now, but I'll show it to you. All right, so I'm going to share my screen again. So if you look at my semester 2, I have 7 assessments that I scheduled for this course. So the first one, mark number 1, was your MATLAB certification course. If you submitted it on time, I gave you a very good mark, and I had a look at your certificate, and I looked at the mark that you obtained, when you obtained it, and I gave you a mark accordingly. Mark number 2 dealt with your Scratch project, and I'm still accepting Scratch projects until the end of today. Again, I wanted you to have, let's open up a Scratch project. I think I should have a Scratch project available. There's a Scratch project. Let's just see whose work I have here. So I'm just loading someone's Scratch project. And this was my Scratch project. If you look carefully at the Scratch project that I have instructions. Now, many of you did not include instructions in your Scratch project. And that's what kind of, I deducted marks because I needed to know what to do in it. Notes and credits, there's the notes and credits. Again, many of you left it out. Many of you left it out. If you notice, I had music on my project. Again, I gave you all marks for including music, and quite a few of you had some of the latest songs. I don't know how you got that. Inside my project, oh, it's taking quite a bit, quite some time to load. Just copy that and post it in our WhatsApp group. Oh, it's loading the project. This is taking some time. But I wanted to see evidence of using a loop. I wanted to see evidence of asking a question or a query and answering the question. And I wanted to see evidence of 2 sprites. One sprite asking a question and the other sprite answering the question. And I dealt with the climate change. Oh, look at that. Right? If you look at carefully, I've got 2 sprites. I've got a cat and I've got a starfish. And if you look carefully, I've got a repeat step. So there's my loop. Many of you left that out. I've got some music, play a drum. I've got play sound. And that's how you got marks. Some of you had done some really nice projects. So if I were to play it, you are listening to it. It's Canon in D major. That's the sound. Right, so there we go. It says this is a maths puzzle. You'll need a pen and paper to answer it. If you need help, just press the H key. And all right, so I need help. Yeah, let's start again. All right, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but that's what I wanted you to do. Scratch. I gave marks for column number 3 if you attended my lecture, and column number 4 is the online GDB project that I'm marking. That's column 4 and 5, and I still have to mark your project. Now, right now, I only see 5 people that have uploaded to the file request. All right, can you see 5 submitted it? Only 5 people and 14 files. Okay, so that would or should cover your work in terms of your online assessments. And one last one, I was supposed to have a test today. And the test was a multiple choice question. And many of you asked me to move the date because you don't have data and you don't have internet connection, or some of you said that you were experiencing load shedding. So I will move test next week. I have to mark it, because if I look at the schedule, my schedule says that I have to finish off all my work, all my assessments, all my marks by the 15th of January. Right, so if you look, it says the 8th is the final date for capturing marks. That's tomorrow, which I don't think I'll be able to enter all the marks by tomorrow, but because I still have outstanding assessments. Now, where will I get your questions? Where would you need to revise? Go through all the work from w3schools.com. Start reading the home, intro, getting started, what's C++ syntax, what's output, comment statements, operators, math, C++ strings, Boolean conditions. Go through all of that. Okay. Let me check if there's any questions. Any questions in the chat? Oh, yes, there's a question in the chat there. Let's just. Sir, I have done the second activity, the one that is resubmission for the first. Can you please remark it for me, sir? Okay. Thank you, P. Shlongwa. Right, I will do that for you. Just send me an email as well, because when I log out of MS Teams, I'm not going to have a copy of this. So send me an email if I haven't done that. But what I will do is I'll write it in my diary right now. I must check a resubmission. Resubmission by P. Shlongwa. HLONGWA 2206358 resubmission. I will definitely increase your mark, right? I'm sure you did it better. Next one, also, sir, on W3 schools, where can we get the code about fixed notation? I didn't get it on down. Okay, fixed notation, you won't find it there. You'll find it in the study guide that I emailed to you. Right, maybe I'll upload that study guide again to you. I'll attach that study guide. Thank you for that question. The study guide is found. There we go. Is that it? Yes, I'm going to attach the study guide. Right. So where can we get the code? Right. Okay, great. Any other questions? Let's put my camera on for a little while. I've got a headphone. Check it out. Check it out, my headphone. So hopefully it's coming a little bit more clearer. Right. Any questions, queries? Can we do our photograph, our last photograph, one of our last photographs?
Sir,
Yes. Who am I speaking to?
sir, I wanna ask
Yes,
what about
community. Hello, Esco.
yes, sir, I wanna ask what about the assignment here on ITS. I didn't hear you mentioning the column for an assignment mark.
You did not mention the column 4?
For an assignment mark, the assignment that we were doing.
Yes, you did quite a number of assignments. Which one are you referring to?
The one for calculating the area of a room.
Yes, area for room. I haven't marked it because people are still submitting the assignment.
Oh,
That would be in
okay.
column 5. I'll put that in column 5. Yes, column 5.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Okay. Next question. Next question. Anyone with a question? No questions. Can I take a photograph and call it a day? Right. I got a photograph. Yay. Let's post that. Okay. Any other questions? No questions. Okay, let's. I'd like you all to go back and complete your work there. Upload the project and the carpet program, the one on area, and I will give you an opportunity to include to add your mark or to improve your mark, add more towards your course mark, but that we'll look at after your test that you write for me. Okay, no more questions? Then I shall stop the recording. Right, I'll upload this to